Taurus, for the month of September, we have the message card here, lots of communication being talked about here. We have the judge here. So these could be legal matters, contracts, lease agreements, something of a legal nature, an official nature, paperwork that will come your way. Could be an offer for something as well. And we also have the Lord in reverse. This makes me think that if there are some legal things you need to be taking care of, like that you need to make sure you're taking care of it before then so that you won't have as many problems. But I also think you need to like watch what you say, because it could be that some people are like taking things to an extreme. Extremism is here. So I just feel like watch what you say, watch what you type online and who you say it to, who you type it to. But also, just in general, I feel like be careful when it comes to like paperwork, right? Just make sure that you have a good record of things on your end, just so that nobody can ask any questions or anything like that, whether it's a business thing, a career thing. Like, make sure you have a copy of emails, right? Nothing necessarily wrong. It could just be that like, oh, like an additional ID or piece of information, you don't have it, right? Like, can you imagine, like, going to the airport, forgetting your passport, for example? So like something about legal stuff, like we want to make sure we have everything in place. Now here's the interesting thing here with the judge and the Lord in reverse. This could be something in relation to someone's boss. So I have a few things in mind. One is that if there is someone who's like bullying you, it could be that they're going to be put in place, especially court related situation. So an example of this would be someone not paying alimony or child support, and so it's like they're put in their place. They're like mandated to do something like that. Someone's being put in their place. Someone's being told, hey, like this needs to be enforced. And this could also be something in relation to paperwork. Okay, you know what? Another thing that just came to my mind was something about a changing of positions, because Lord is in reverse here, who is usually in charge is no longer going to be in charge. But it's not to do with you or your job. It's more like to do with something else or something incidental to you. There's something legal related to this as well. So it's not, it's going to be more of a professional announcement and not just something simple. But I just feel like things are pretty up in the air with certain services or service providers. Could be internet service provider, could be just paperwork. It literally gives the vibe of Mercury retrograde, and I haven't really looked up when it is, but that's the vibe, because it feels like businesses or something like that are going to be affected. But I don't think it's you. It feels more like something you use. Okay, so like if your bank is like, oh, we're closing down this branch and you have to switch to another branch. And let's say that you have to contact that manager instead of us. So like something like that is going on, something weird, but it's like not you. It's something behind the scenes. It's interesting. Example I guess I could think of here is if you have been the one that's been unfair to people, it could be that you will need to fix your practices. So if it's a business situation, you will need to fix your business practices because someone will air their concerns out, will voice their words or dispute a charge, right? It could also be you disputing a charge with the bank about some form of a purchase. And the reason that this happens is because something is at an extreme. So someone takes like advantage. So let's say like you're asking for a parcel to be delivered and they take so long. So then you're like, you know what? I have no choice but to just call my bank and cancel this because I don't know if it's ever going to come. So that's the energy of what I'm seeing here, right? I don't think you're in trouble, but I do think that if you're the one that's offering services like this, that you may want to make sure you're fixing things, make sure you're taking care of things, right? But if it's not you, it could be that it's, again, something you're using, a service you're using that just is going to be put in its place. And so you'll be hearing word about this. I also feel at this time that it's actually so much better to let conflicts go. It's going to be so tempting to like fight it out and to speak your mind. But in this particular scenario, I feel that being aggressive in the situation is not actually going to work in your favor. That's why I was seeing the judge here. You almost want to let an unbiased third party handle the situation as well. So that's what I'm seeing. Thank you so much. If you like this, make sure you book a reading with me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below, and I'll see you next month. Okay? Bye.